Hello everyone, it is Tiffany J. FAMBRO of Clarity, Confidence, Courage, Women's Empowerment. And I'm coming to you this week to talk about the coronavirus shutdown. Unless you're living under a rock, you probably already know we are in the midst of a pandemic. We are being hit with the coronavirus, aka COVID-19. And so much has changed in a very short period of time. Because so many people have gotten sick, they have literally asked the government, the state, the city that you live in, some countries like Italy, have asked people to actually stay indoors, whether it's your residence or the place that you dwell, because they want to make sure that the people who are sick are getting the attention that they need from emergency facilities, as well as not spreading the virus even more. Now, because of this, most people in the world are literally on a shutdown. They are isolated and self-quarantined. So what does that look like? If you're a parent, you have your kids at home because they're not going to school. If you're a worker, you're working at home online, or unfortunately, there are some people who have lost their jobs and they're just stuck in the house. I wanted to do this video because I've heard so many things from so many people that are anxious, people that are watching the news every day, people that are wondering when this is going to be over. But I think to myself, yeah, we're in a shutdown. This is true. But now what? I believe that instead of looking at this situation as a total negative, we already know the virus is bad, people are getting sick. But the whole idea of being shut down in the house doesn't necessarily have to be a negative. Actually, we can actually use this to our advantage. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Tiffany, what do you mean using this to our advantage? What I find, especially in coaching women one-on-one, is that we as people living in this century, all of our technology, all of the luxury that we have, especially in the United States, we have so many distractions. It's very rare that we're in a situation where we're having to stay indoors. So many times we get to go out to eat, go out to hobbies and things that we do, sporting events, even the sporting events has shut down. And that literally means we really don't have any more distractions. I mean, yes, we can still get food. Yes, you can still watch TV, maybe reruns, but pretty much everything else has stopped. We have come to a halt. So when you're in this situation, what do? Ladies, I am self-reflecting. You see, if you're in a situation where you literally can't go back and it's kind of difficult to move forward, the only other place to go is in the here and now. And for many people that are in lockdown, I think their frustration is coming from that aspect, this idea that, wow, I'm having to sit in my house and really just be with myself and look at my life. And if you're the type of person that has never done that, it may start to cause feelings of anxiety, and for some people, maybe depression. But I like to look at this shutdown in a positive light. I like to look at it in a way as the universe forcing us as human beings to really take a look at our lives. For those of us who are lucky enough to be healthy and we're just in the house uncomfortable, well, count your blessings. Because everyone is not in that situation. There are some people who are literally in the hospital right now. So if you're healthy and you're just in the house sitting and just upset because you don't have anything to do or you're bored, use this as an opportunity to self-reflect. Use this as an opportunity to look at where you have come from, your entire life, all of your past, everything that you went through, and where you want to go. What do you want to do after all of this is over and the shutdown has totally stopped and you're able to go out and do the things you normally do? Do you want to go back to your normal life, or do you want to create something new? Do you want to set some new intentions, some new goals? So I really just want to do this video to talk about self-reflection and introspection. Instead of just sitting at home during this shutdown, doing absolutely nothing, watching TV, drinking or talking on the telephone or just looking at social media, take an opportunity to shut everything off and go inside, asking yourself the questions. Why is this happening? What is the purpose of my life? What is the next steps for me? What have I learned from all the things that I've been through, all the mistakes or bad decisions that I made? What lessons have I learned? And how can I use this shutdown, quarantine, isolation, whatever you want to call it, as really a tool to make me a better person? What can I learn that I can use from this situation to move me forward? And there's so many lessons that can be taken out of this. There's the overall global lesson that, number one, we're all in this together. Every human being is going through the same thing at the same time. No one is being excluded from this experience. It is a collective experience. The second thing that you can take from this is the fact that there are companies who are taking on a social responsibility, meaning that they are using their technology and innovation to create masks, to create ventilators, to create gloves, to create things that hospitals and emergency responders are going to use. So companies around the world that don't even normally create products for hospitals and emergency situations are doing that, which is starting this idea of new innovation. The third thing is that just like those companies are starting something new, they're creating something out of this massive disruption, you can be doing the same thing. You can be thinking of ways to create out of this massive disruption. You could be taking this time to write your book and write about the experience of being in isolation. You could be taking this time to spend more time with your children, if you have them, and get to know them better, asking them what they want, what they need, what their dreams are after the coronavirus is over. You could be taking this time to reach out to people via social media, calling, texting, emailing, whatever it is that you haven't talked to in a long time, and maybe mending some broken bridges. You could be using this time to think of new ways to change the world. But first of all, you have to start working on yourself. So there's so many things that you can look at, glean from this situation. Even though on the outside looking in, it's negative, there are some positive aspects to being shut down specifically and actually having to stay in the house in isolation, because it gives you an opportunity to have some self-reflection and then decide if you want to be a person that uses this time wisely to create innovation and change that's actually going to give a positive outcome for the collective, for the environment, for the world. So that is it for me this week. Remember to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're doing right now to impact or influence your life or someone else's during this time. Make sure that you share the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for all my videos. And also make sure that you get your freebie. Just click the link below in the comments, a free resource that I put on my website in my vault of all my free resources. Make sure you grab it so you can continue building up your courage, your confidence, and your self-esteem as you continue your path on living your best life. I hope you are doing well wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.